Good evening, everyone. Joel here with you with a tropical update. And folks, we do have lots of information for you right now. Please pay attention. Please watch this video until the end, and it will answer most of the questions that I usually get from my comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you, everybody who has subscribed and all my faithful subscribers. I love each and every one of you. Click subscribe, click that bell, and check off all to get all the latest weather videos that I put out. Here we are looking at potential Tropical Cyclone 9. This is what it's being called now. This is the lower level water vapor of the satellite. And we looked at this earlier this morning. We can see it moving around. It's trying its best to get an eye. Trying its best. It's still kind of disorganized in a way, but you can see some of the islands, the lower islands, are already getting rain from this, okay? You need to pay attention. Everybody. I will say one thing. It looks like it might go to Florida. We'll have to wait and see. Watch this whole video. This is another tropical wave over here. I think more than likely that this tropical wave right here will go down to Venezuela, because you see all this dry air, but also up in here we have this huge high pressure system. And by the time this moves up, this pressure system won't affect this quite as much as it will this. So I'm thinking this might go down to Venezuela. But you do see all the dry air. You can see it right up in here. I'm thinking when it gets to the Bahamas, it may just go down to a tropical depression. That's what I'm thinking. I think it will be a tropical storm for sure, and a high-end tropical storm. Folks, it already has wind gusts of 51 miles per hour in it right now while I'm speaking to you. It's a much bigger storm than Gonzalo ever thought about being. The winds in this storm reach out 172 miles, and the circulation of the storm, it's much bigger. It's a whole lot bigger. It reaches 445 miles, the radius of circulation of this storm. So it's going to cover a lot of territory. You know, folks, we've already had so much tropical weather this year. 8 tropical storms and 1 hurricane. And we usually don't start having these tropical storms until maybe the latter part or mid part of August. So if that's any indication of what to come, everybody, I hope you've got everything ready, and keep it ready until hurricane season is over. This from the National Hurricane Center. Here we go. Potential Tropical Cyclone 9. 40-mile-per-hour winds. I told you the wind gusts are at least 51 miles per hour now. The minimum central pressure is 1,007 millibars. If you're tracking 14.1 north, 54.8 west, it's moving west at 23 miles per hour. Chance of this becoming a tropical storm anytime, folks. 90% in 2 days, 90% in 5 days. Now, we're going to check all the tracking maps and all that good stuff in just a moment, but I want to remind everyone, back to Hurricane Hanna, parts of Texas is just flooded awful, flooding like I have at my house during hurricanes. It's just bad. But when it went to Mexico, it killed a lot of people. In one particular incident, this father and 2 of his daughters, one was small, one I think was around 12 or 13. I don't know why this man did this, but he went out in his truck with his 2 children, and the water was ferocious. Well, the father and the smaller child died. The other little girl, she managed to get out of the truck and hang on to a tree limb until somebody found her. Don't go out in these waters. Now, I want you to pay attention, all of the island people. I have this. And this is from the National Weather Service of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now, this is what's going on. Pay attention. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's about 800 miles east-southeast of San Juan, Puerto Rico, or 710 miles east-southeast of St. Croix, Virgin Islands. As I've told you, sustained winds are 40. The wind gusts are much higher. Now, so far as the overview, I'm going to show you this too. Tropical storm warning has been issued for Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. And as the tropical disturbance currently, it's located, I've showed you, it's about 510 miles east-southeast of the Leeward Islands. Now, it is expected to strengthen into a tropical storm, which I told you this was going to happen. It's much bigger. Pay attention. Don't take it lightly, people. Prepare yourselves. If it's bad, you're ready. If it's not, well, thank Jesus. This right here, southeast of the Leeward Islands, is expected to strengthen into a tropical storm tonight or Wednesday. Now, this system is expected to bring high rainfall amounts across the islands with life-threatening flash flooding, mudslides, as well as river flooding. And all weather, marine, and coastal conditions are expected to deteriorate starting Wednesday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and continue right on through Thursday. It's going to be a lot of flooding going on, folks, in these areas here. I've already talked about that. Please, please, please do not go out in the water if this comes your way. The wind is looking like, you know, it's the regular stuff. It's trees down, fences down, power out, mobile homes damaged. Everything that can blow away will blow away. Please make sure you have prepared. Storm surge. Now, there is some localized inundation with this storm surge flooding, mainly along the immediate shorelines and the low-lying areas, or in areas farther inland, near where higher surge waters move on shore. It's going to make the driving conditions dangerous where the surge water covers the road. You're going to have beach erosion. So please, it's looking like minor to locally moderate damage to marinas, docks, boardwalks, and piers, and a few of the smaller craft can break away from mooring. Tornadoes, you do have that chance. You do have a chance of tornadoes happening as this passes by. Be on the outlook for that. And evacuations. If evacuating the areas, stick to prescribed. If you are exceptionally vulnerable to wind or water hazards from tropical systems, if you live in a place you usually get this stuff, consider voluntary evacuation, especially if being officially recommended. Always listen to your local forecast and also listen to your local authorities. Now is the time to bring in to completion all your preparations to protect life and property in accordance with your emergency plan. Now, as we look at the tracking map from the National Hurricane Center, and this is what everybody should be paying attention to, not me, not Tom, Dick, and Harry. Pay attention to the National Hurricane Center at this time. I'm going to broadcast the real deal. Here we go. Where you see the blue, from Puerto Rico all the way down to the mid to northern section of the islands, tropical storm warning. Tropical storm warning. As of now, for the Dominican Republic, looks like you're still going to have a tropical storm conditions going on. For the outer edges, from the eastern sections going up to the northern sections, it should skirt by, but you do have a tropical storm watch going on. And it looks like it could still be a tropical storm when it gets to the Bahamas and into Florida. This may happen, it may not. When it gets up here, this may change a lot in maybe a day or so, because we're going to see what that dry air does to see if it tears it apart. But be aware, folks, please, please, get your preparations done by this evening if you live in any of these areas. And it's looking like it took the track I thought it was going to. Looking at the European model, this is just one. I've told you, you have to use them all. But looking at this model right now, And what I showed you yesterday, and I always brag about the TVCN so far as tracking this stuff. This is right on the money with what I showed you. Now it's around 6 p.m. I have this set for this afternoon. Here is a storm. This is just the rain bands in it, as you can see. We will click on wind. This is sustained wind at this time, looking like some of the highest sustained winds on this. But I've told you what they were. We'll see what this is saying. That's, well, this is sustained winds at 36, but we know they're 40 now. Let's see what the wind gust is looking like in this. Whoa! They're getting much, much stronger. Wind gusts are 51. Some places already 57 miles per hour. We'll just keep it right on this track. You can see where the center is going here. And we will move up to early in the morning around 4 a.m. Now this is just what this particular model is saying. It could be off an hour or two here or there. You need to prepare now. But you can see it's looking like it's going to be up around St. John's. All of these areas here. We'll look at the rain and the thunder with this. You can see the rain is coming in. And down around here. Wow, you guys are really going to get some rain. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. This is going to be flooding rain down here. Over 2.5 inches in 3 hours in this certain cell that's going to be going over these areas right here. Be aware. This bad rain and possibly some wind is going to get mighty hairy before it's over. This is what could turn into a very high-end tropical storm. We'll move up to Wednesday afternoon around 7 p.m. Wednesday evening. We can see all of the islands here are getting rain now. We do need to turn the wind back on right quick so you guys can see what's going on. So far as wind gusts, we do have some very heavy wind gusts. Looks like north of Puerto Rico, 63 miles per hour. Now that's working its way to a hurricane. Hurricane strength is 74. It's only like, what, 9, 10 miles per hour? Something, well, not even 10 miles per hour, 9 miles per hour from having hurricane strength wind in it at this time. Looking like still most of it is going to be, the center of it will be south of San Juan, but you guys are going to get the wind and the rain too. When we move up to 1 a.m. on Thursday morning, we can see, we'll move this over a little bit here, we can see as it moves it's going to be skirting the Dominican Republic. And the center of circulation at that time still going to be right in this area, as you can see, with the barometric pressure around 29.73. Let's move up to Thursday at lunchtime. Still got some mighty powerful wind in this. Wouldn't be surprised if it's not up to still 69 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's see what the sustained winds are looking like. Not too bad around the Dominican Republic. You guys are being lucky. Looking like it's going to just skirt you. You're going to, once I'm around this coastline again, right where the tropical storm watch is, you guys are going to get the rain, and you guys are going to get what wind comes out of this system. So let's move up to Friday at 7 a.m. It's moving right along, and we're up in the Bahamas. It's a sustained wind, 41 miles per hour. Let's see what the wind gusts are looking like at this time. 63 miles per hour. It hadn't come down in intensity hardly at all, as you can see. We need to bring this down just a little bit, and we'll get to Friday afternoon around 6 p.m. It hadn't moved very much at all. Let's go to Saturday. Now this weekend is when it's probably going to impact the U.S. if it does. Now Saturday morning around 9 a.m. It has gone over these areas. It should be in the Saharan dry dust now, and it does look like it's calmed down substantially. Wind gusts in it right now are still 61 miles per hour though. We'll see what the rain's looking like at this time. Still got some very heavy, it's got regular rain bands, but the biggest rain band is over in this quadrant right here. And it's calmed down some, a little, not quite 1.5 inches in 3 hours. We'll go back to the wind gust. I like that. You can see it actually better. Saturday night at 9 p.m. looking like portions of Miami may be getting some of this, down around the key areas, all of the tip end southern of Florida. You guys here, this is sustained winds, looking like they could reach 49 miles per hour, so it has come down in intensity a lot if this prevails. It's too far out in time to tell. I just wanted to show you this so you would see what I've been talking about for the past few days. Now, it may play out like this, it may not. I'm going up to Sunday around 4 p.m. See, it goes all the way over. I skipped some of this. It goes up, and then it comes out, okay? This is around Cape Coral. Cape Coral, your wind gust should be about 38. That's not bad at all. It has come down in intensity, and I think if the sheer wind and the Saharan dust play out like I think it will, it should come on down. But look, the center of it's bounced over in the Gulf. Well, that's never a good thing. Let's go to Monday around 10 a.m. We can see it is still out here. Wind still kicking up and down the coast of Florida. Not real bad, but you still have some wind gusts going on. And we will look at the rain and see if it's disorganized much at all. Still trying to hold on. We're not going to go any further than that. We're going to have to wait and see if all of this does play out like I've said. But for everybody down on the islands, Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, I feel sure that's going to play out just like I said it would. So, you need to get ready. You need to be prepared. You need to stay alert and stay safe. Thanks so much for watching. Please do me a favor, guys, and share this video with your family, your friends, and on social media. Let them know what's going on in case they haven't heard. Make sure they're safe. Check on the elderly. Check on the handicapped. Check on anybody that needs some help, and help your neighbors to prepare for this, because this is coming in fast. You need to get your stuff done now. I love you guys. Please stay safe. Have a good evening, a safe evening, and a blessed evening. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching.